What's going on? First week of January 2018 is down, and here's a little catch-up video for you. As far as resolutions are going, work has started again on comic issue number 8. I'm trying to set up some rigging that I can time-lapse a lot of the day, because I'm sure 2 hours of just watching me color page by page wouldn't be that exciting. Of course, I could put up here like this. This is back on December. This would have been Sarah, which was another Suicide Girl, but this was one of the first, this would have been the first video that came from the new rigging setup. So we are now on to the GoPro setup. From here on out, I'm pretty sure, and you can tell the absolute difference. I did a side-by-side on my Instagram of the old rigging and the new rigging. Even this new rigging at the lower quality is much better than the high quality I could afford from my iPhone. So with that going on, there's plenty to look forward to. This year's sketches are going well. I think I have December basically going through January, so you're going to still be seeing me do those sketches. If you're interested in seeing December sketchbook though, which is the whole December, it is finally up on my Patreon. If you check this channel, you'll notice the November sketchbook is available to the public, but the Patreons get it a month early, so they have the December edition already in their hands, in their viewing pleasure. So you can check out my Patreon for that. Links down below. And tonight we're getting all set up for Roomies and Movies finally returns 2018. We took 2 weeks off just because our show falls on Monday night, and that obviously fell on Christmas and then New Year's Day, which we didn't think we'd have people watching. We didn't have many shows to watch between here and there, but we did find a few. We're also doing our top 10 list, so that's going to be fun. Definitely check that out. I know what my top 10 are right now, but I'm excited to see what Luke's going to pick. Rounding out my top 5 is going to be Greatest Showman at the top spot. Blade Runner 2049. I think it goes then. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Number 4 spot is Mother. And then 5 would be Coco. It was awesome to see a handful of those get nods for the Golden Globes. I think Coco won Best Animation and Greatest Showman won Original Song or something like that. I'll get that in a second. Right now, I'll throw up the second video for this video of me drawing Jessica Nigri. This is where I have been having a little bit of problems with the new rigging. Trying to find that flow, trying to figure out just how to work it perfectly so I can get things situated, and because my rigging setup, I have a GoPro overhead, but I have it remote activated from my old iPhone, so I can watch what's going on. But at some points, the iPhone is disconnecting, and that's losing a chunk of time off of the GoPro, so still trying to figure it out. I think I figured it out yesterday, so I think all that is sorted. I'm pretty excited about that. Another awesome thing that's came out of this new year already was the Machine Head gig poster. I will hold on to that thought for just a moment. Once the Nigri video gets done, I'll throw in a little clip of me working on that as well. I know I shared a little about this last year in one of the SketchUps, I'm pretty sure, but Phil Demmel shared that he had one of my original illustrations that I did was for their tour that came around, would have been 3 years ago now. 2 years, yeah, 3 years ago. Um, that was when I was starting to illustrate stuff. Kind of when I put together, like I had my first rough draft of that first issue done, um, and I had done this illustration of the guys as Puppet Man figures, and he had it framed and in his house, which I was stoked beyond belief. Um, my friend saw that over Christmas break, and he said, "Hey, do you have tickets yet?" And I was like, "No, I don't." And he's like, "Well, we are going VIP and platinum, and we get to see their sound check before the show." So I'm blown away by that whole thing. So I had to do a second gig poster. I'm going to be ordering. I think the order is for 50 of these. When they come in, if you want one, I'll hold one back. They're going to be 11 by 17. If you don't want them, no big deal. I'm going to take whatever I don't have. Here, I'll throw that video up now. Whatever I don't have, I'm just going to leave with those guys. They can sell them at the table for beer later in the night, whatever. But I like how the gig poster turned out. I kind of drew them with this little cartoon escapades of them fighting off my own zombies. And it was really something special because their new album's called Catharsis, and it's basically this concept of putting your art out there to give you like healing. And this my comic series alone has done that for me, and like to merge those worlds now is just so surreal to me right now. And I'm excited to see them next month. Don't worry, you're going to be seeing this. I think I'll probably do the longer form of this video for a SketchUp for that month. I don't know. I'll figure it out though, and you'll be the first to know. Back to the top 10 list. I will put a link to the Twitch link for the show that we have later tonight. That'll be done before I upload this video, so that link will be right down there. If you want to check us live, it's Monday nights, 10 o'clock Pacific time. So adjust that to where you are. Yeah, it's going off really well. And what surprises me the most is, so I saw Greatest Showman the other day. Hugh Jackman, Zac Efron, Zendaya. And I went into it, and about halfway through the movie, I was like, I felt it creeping up the top 10 list for the year. And because we had watched 60 movies, I think, since we started the podcast last year. And to have it already in the top 10 list blew me away. Because I saw plenty of people liking it, but I didn't see like that overall praise. I think it's a product of me avoiding everything, like teasers, trailers, everything like that, before I see a movie. I've become attuned to blocking all that stuff out. But halfway through the movie, I realized it was creeping up this list, and I was like, could this possibly be a contender? All the songs were great. If you like La La Land, if you like Les Miserables with Hugh Jackman, I think that first song fired off, and I was like, man, I really kind of want to see Les Miserables again. Since then, I've seen it again, and it only gets better. Like, the storytelling's so fun. The amount of joy contained within the movie itself is insane. It's such a fun movie. I'm probably going to catch it a couple more times this week in case it goes away from my theater and I'm not able to catch it again. So I definitely want to get it watched a couple more times. Yeah, I just fell in love with it. It's basically the story of a guy who's trying to be more than he is, and he obtains so much, and realizes what he's had in front of him this whole time, um, intermingled with this love story of Zac Efron and Zendaya. And I'd seen Zendaya in Spider-Man. I watched a couple of Zac Efron movies this year, and he really just didn't hit the mark with me all year. But this one, he nailed it. Like, I want to say more about the movie. Maybe I will in a couple weeks. Um, but if you're thinking about seeing the movie, definitely go see it. I'm going to cut it off right there. I think we're running about 10 minutes or so right now. So thank you to all my Patreons supporting me on Patreon. Yeah, like I said, the December sketchbook is available on there already. I think in 2 weeks' time, I will be showing off my comic process. I think I'm actually going to be showing off how I work out the panel layout system that I have for my comics. So if you're interested in that, check the links down below. You can start reading it online. I believe I'm going to get it on Taptastic here in the next few weeks. Fingers crossed, if that's the way you prefer to read it. Other than that, the second part of the Blade Runner videos is going to be up in 2 days, so check out that. And we'll have Stranger Things Episode 8 coming at you on Monday, so be looking forward to that. Thank you, all my Patreons. You guys are incredible. Much love, and we'll check you out for next video. Peace.